Yo, what's good? It's your bro Lo, and I'm bringing you guys another saucy trading video. I want to start turning this into more of like a, well, it's already like a trade journal because I post like my trade executions and entries, but I'm more so want to get more into basically documenting with fully, my explanations, you guys seeing me if I go on tilt or not, me controlling my tilt, me trying to control my discipline, and everything like that. I know I'm kind of starting this a little late throughout my journey, but it's better later than never. You know what I'm saying? So right now I'm using Apex, right? I'm using Apex. Right now, my Apex account, I'm close to $1,500. Only need about 1,500 more to pass the account. So that's what I'm gonna be documenting. Like I said, better late than never. I think it's better for me to do this for myself, and it'll benefit you guys too as well because um, you guys get to see me and how I get through it. You know what I'm saying? To show you guys that you guys are not alone. Like when you start feeling like you want to tilt, or when you feeling like you might want to crash out. I want to show you guys that you're not alone, and I want to show you guys how I can control it, and you guys will be able to do the same thing. A lot of us be like, yo, like I put in so much work, and I'm still failing challenges, I'm failing accounts. You know what I'm saying? I'm still blowing up, and it's because we lack that discipline to do what we need to do. Like when we lose a trade, you need to just leave it alone and get up. I kind of struggle with that till this day. Trying to crashing out and going on a bit of tilt. You know what I mean? But this series is basically me becoming successful with ICT concepts. Becoming successful with ICT concepts. That's the series. I'm gonna be very disciplined on trying to upload every other day or every day. And take you guys with me on my journey. You know what I'm saying? So let's get right into it. I went to go get some food. You know what I'm saying? Got a little bit of potatoes with some eggs. But yeah, we gonna smash that. But yeah, also I had just hold on, wait a second. Okay. I also got a new trading journal with Notion. I think it's way better I like this setup a lot more. It's gonna have a P&L chart as I'm plugging in my trades. You also got traded session, daily report card, all these other things, but mainly plugging in my trades here, getting the P&L, actually getting to see my P&L, right? And all the extra shit in there. But yeah, so let's get into what my plan is for this week. The plan for this week is continue to see dollar attack these highs right here, right? Because if you was to look at this, what, like, gun to your head, where do you think it would go, right? If you had to choose, like, what's the most obvious, right? It's bullish, right? So I want to see if dollar can get up to this buy side liquidity, and after we get there, I don't know, maybe we could get up into these highs right here. And yeah, so basically that's my draw. I want to see euro continue to dig lower below this sell side liquidity pool, maybe filling some of this imbalance. You also have this volume, this gap right here, right? That gap right in there, that price can come and deliver sell side and buy side into, and longer term go down into this low, right? And so that's what I'm looking for euro. Also GU, I'm looking for the same thing for GU. Is my GU or yeah? So same thing for GU. See if we can start attacking these lows down in here. AU, same thing for ES and Nasdaq. All right, I want to see Nasdaq continue to go higher. I don't want to try to call it top here, even though we're far at a premium from this low to this high. You also have relative equal lows here, but I can't be like, okay, this is a top here on this daily and this higher time frame. And the best thing to do to increase my P&L is to kind of stay with the where the train is going, right? I don't want to kind of fade that and get hurt by it. All right, so what I'm thinking is price can continue higher. We did for this day. We do have a volume imbalance in here that I could pay attention to as well, right? So we did come lower and come into fill in the rest of this inefficiency. It's a small inefficiency in there. On this daily chart, you do have this inefficiency down, this volume imbalance in here, right? In a buy side inefficiency, sell side imbalance in here, right? That price could come down into and fill as well, and this would be at a better discount. Well, down here would be at a better discount, but I don't anticipate price. What am I doing? Price to come all the way back down in here. It would be a better discount to buy in, but yeah. So I'm looking for price. London already took out Asia low and previous day low in here, which is right here. So that's that previous day low. We already took out that previous day low for ES. NASDAQ as well. Let's go to NASDAQ. So NASDAQ gave a little bit of SMT, right? So we didn't take out that low, but you can see there's a lot of low it's like a low resistance liquidity run, right? There's no inefficiencies being left. It's constantly every inefficiency is being traded and rebalanced, right? While we're trading up to these highs. So I can already tell that the market condition right now is not high probable for ES and NASDAQ, right? So for me to control tilt and me to control my P&L, see my P&L grow, I don't want to trade or risk risk a lot in these type of conditions. Also, when we go into the news for this week, you have CPI reports on basically tomorrow, right? So today is most likely not going to be a high probable day. So we have basically the economic calendar telling me that today may not be a high probable day. And we also have price action from London to now New York telling me that it's not going to be a high probable day. Let's even look at EU. So if you look at EU, I really wanted to see price come and trade up into this inefficiency here to take out Asia high during Frankfurt opening, right? Or at least New York to come and take out this high. So that's what I would rather see for me to be a seller, right? If I'm looking for price to draw down lower, basically, since I'm looking for dollar to continue higher and take out this this high up here in here, these highs in here, right? So this daily candle is already up here at a premium, so it's not going to be a good buy for me to try to get in somewhere up here. You do have London's London lows in here. I think this is London. London's low is right here, so that's London's low basically. So you do have a little bit inefficiency down here, but I would rather see it come and take this out, this swing out before going higher into there, because you do have this inefficiency right here, and this is kind of like a smooth edge. This is kind of like smooth edges. If you would look how smooth, clean these are right here. So for me to be buying in here, I would think it would have to come in. It would want to come in here first, and that would be more of a high probable setup to look for dollar to go higher right after, and look for sells on EU or sells in GU, right? And then also for buying for AU as well, right? So let's go to AU. So AU as well, you do have these highs right here, right? I would want to see price manipulate. Maybe CPI might manipulate that tomorrow, right? Before it continue lower, before we start getting downside. So basically already today, I'm already looking for a price to not really be high probable today. So I'm not expecting to have a trade today, and if I am gonna have a trade, it's gonna be very low risk, basically a quarter percent in, no scale-ins, right? I always start my trades with a 1/4% in. That's what I'm looking for. I don't really wanna risk too much, right? Because I was up 1,800 on this account, right? Actually set 1750, right? Lost the trade, so my distance to drawdown basically I only have 2,250. So since I'm already down a trade, I don't want to risk. Since I already took an L, I don't want to risk too much on a low probable day, right? Because whenever you're in drawdown, let's say you take like 1 to 2 losses in a row, you want to start cutting down your trade frequency, right? And you want to only look for high probable setups. You also want to cut your risk, right? Once you lose a certain amount. So my plan is, whenever I lose 2 trades in a row, right? If I'm losing 2 trades in a row, and I'm risking basically, let's say my max risk is $250, but I always scale in, so I always start off with 1/4%, right, which is like $125, and I lose 250. All right, let's say I lose 250 on one day, and then the next day I lose another 250. It would be better especially if I'm looking to take 3 trades a week, right? Look for the best setups, at least 3 to 4 trades a week. I want to cut down to at least to only that quarter, all right, and try to make back and try to help that P&L curve, right? Kind of help that P&L curve from me constantly going lower. I want to kind of like break it even. You know what I'm saying? Kind of fight it a bit by cutting down my risk. So that way I have more opportunity to get back, to make back what I to stay in the game, right? So if I only have like 8 trades, right, basically risking $250, right? If I cut it in half, then I have 16 trades, right? Before I could blow the whole account. So that's the plan with that. So yeah, that's the plan for today. You do have this buy side liquidity pool here that price could run into. Since I am bullish, I'm not gonna fade that or try to take that as a sell. All right, I would rather be a buyer if we do take out London's low again, which is probably not gonna happen today, right? Because this is all low resistant, right? So me taking any type of pullback in here and then trying to trade inside of that range is not gonna be a clean range. So we'll see exactly what happens, right? I'm gonna take a bite of this food. No better. Hello, Mookman. That shit good. Good shit right here. Yeah, man. Hope you guys stay disciplined today as well. Don't try to make back every day that you lost last week or this week. Today, I think Thursday is gonna be more of a high probable day. You know. So looking at NQ, I want to see NQ come down. Maybe take out London's previous day low and London's low. Clean that out. Come into this inefficiency, right? And then see if price can deliver up to this buy side. Now, if we do leave this, when that does happen, if this gets left, that'll be way cleaner for the setup of price running out this low, right? Giving me a change in the state of delivery, and then we deliver up into this buy side objective in this filling this inefficiency with this breaker as well. And if it really wants to go, then we can also take out that high, right? So that's what I'm looking for NQ. Now, on the opposing side, what can happen is during the 9:30 open to 10 o'clock, we could run this buy side liquidity pool and then give a change in the state of delivery and then start delivering down towards sell side and this imbalance, and you know, the undisciplined trader in me would want to fade that and sell that, right, and go for these lows, when the disciplined trader in me can just watch that move happen, build that as experience, right, and not go against my plan of me staying on the side the side of my bias. All right, because plenty of times where I would take that move, it would still deliver higher because that was my higher time frame bias, even if I was to fake that move. But it does seem probable for that to happen and for it to trade down into that imbalance because we're so far at a premium. The thing is calling the top. You know, you're kind of trading. You're trying to catch the falling knife. You know what I mean? And it's better to just stay on side of the higher time frame. I'm not looking to be bearish until price closes through some type of discount array, right? Which would be, it could be this inefficiency with this volume imbalance here. If it trades through that and gives a very large displacement through there, right, then you could look for price to potentially come lower. But at the same time, it's still bullish. Like if you was to look at this weekly time frame, you still have to contend with this down close candle, right? So if price was to go through this down close candle, then I could say that I'm bearish on indices to possibly start taking out, start moving towards sell side liquidity, right? So this would be like my intermediate term low. That price has to come down and take out, right? And then once we do that, what do we do after? After we do that, do we close below these lows, right? Or do we just wick it and then we have a displacement higher? Then price could still be bullish on the higher time frame, right? But I would rather see price hold this down close candle here and continue higher and continue to make new highs, right? I'm not expecting price to really fall for indices. Kind of clean this out a bit. It's a lot of mess. All right. Whoa. All right. So 5 seconds until open. Let's see what the open does. Most likely gonna run the buy side. Q. See what that regular trading hour. So there's no gap. There's really no gap for today. See NQ. Yeah, there's really no gap. Yep, so no opening range gap for today. That means low probability. Right? Yeah. Yeah, whenever you don't have a opening range gap that's significant, that means it's most likely gonna be a low probable day as well. So that's 3 signs telling me that it's gonna be low probable conditions. Or if I was to get into a trade, it's either gonna chop me up or it's gonna go right to my stop loss, or it's gonna chop into profit, which can mess with my mental capital, and it can be kind of stressful, you know, being in a trade like that, right? So these are my signs to not be involved, right? And to just leave the market alone until tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be CPI, so maybe after CPI is going to be clean, but I'm going to look for my high probable trade on Thursday and maybe take only 1 trade this week. So looking at the market here, right, notice how we ran out that buy side in there, and we created an inefficiency here. Right, now remember how I said the unprofitable, the undisciplined trader in me would want to take this move here when the signs are telling me that it's gonna be a low probable day, and or it's gonna be a low probable trade for a price to potentially just run to my stop or chop into my stop loss, right? And plus, it's going and it's me fading the higher time frame direction, right? My higher time frame draw. So, for one, it's fading my higher time frame draw. Two, the economic calendar is basically insinuating that it's gonna be a low probable day today because of the high impact news tomorrow, right? The CPI, the red folder news tomorrow. And not only that, you have very choppy, there's no inefficiencies getting left out of all this price action, right? So that's basically telling me that it's gonna be a low resistance liquidity run type of day today. So chop. So it's giving me 4, and then the opening range gap, which is 4, is didn't leave any type of opening range gap, right? No significant gap. So that's 4 reasons for me to stay out. Now, the undisciplined trader in me would see this move as, okay, it ran out buy side, right? And it created a large displacement lower, right? Leaving this imbalance. And then the undisciplined trader in me would short that given the signs that it gave me. And then when I take this L, it's like, oh, I made a bad decision, right? So now let me try to fix it, and then I'll try to hunt for another setup that might not be there on this low probable day, right? Excuse me, on this low probable day, and then I end up self-sabotaging myself because I end up continue trying to fight the market because I eventually went on tilt because I made bad decisions, right? And even if I was to make a bad decision, I need to be able to accept that, okay, it was a bad decision, come back tomorrow. But instead of me getting to that point, right, to where I could eventually start making mistakes because I made off of this one mistake, right? Why not just avoid that, right? Avoid taking that sell, avoid that undisciplined move. You know what I mean? So while this was being created, the undisciplined trader in me wanted to take this as a sell, thinking that it could come down and take out London's low because it ran out Asia's high. But it's going against my whole plan, right? So this is one thing that us traders do that we fail to realize. This is what makes us, our P&L tank. This is what makes us unprofitable. This is what makes us undisciplined. And then we try to blame blame the market like it's the market's fault when it's really us, right? We try to blame any outside thing other than ourselves for us being unprofitable when we do mistakes like this, right? And this is one unrecognized by most traders, or they recognize it but they continue to go against it, like me. You know what I mean? So the steps that I have taken was to just not do it. You know what I mean? Not make that one, nip it in the bud. Don't take that short, right? And risk it going against you and then you seeing it as a mistake because it was against your plan. Now you're trying to fight back. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just taking that L. You know what I mean? So this is how I'm gonna try to stay disciplined throughout this whole series, is following exactly right my plan. Okay? And if I do make a mistake, right? Let's say I did make the mistake, right? I would just have to be able to accept that I made that mistake. You know? And if this does go without me, I have to understand that there's always gonna be an opportunity. Right? That's why I'm not gonna see, a lot of us will get in this move and be like, okay, it's because I'm gonna miss this opportunity. This is a chance for me to get closer to passing my account, you know? But it could also put you back into passing your account, because let's say this decision did work. Let's say this did work out in your favor, What if the next one doesn't? Right? What if the next 3 doesn't? Because it's against your plan. It's against your data. You know what I mean? This one trade that worked out, that it gave you all the signs of it possibly not being a good trade, a good setup. It gave me all the signs, but I still took it and it worked out. That means I'm gonna do it again, right? And I'm gonna think that it's gonna work out the next time, and then the next time, and then the next time. So when it doesn't work out, right? Then I start thinking, okay, it should have worked out, right? I'm not thinking in probability. I'm thinking it should have worked out because it worked out before, right? So then I continue to do it the next time and the next time. So I'm just taking bad setups for no reason because of this data that I got from this working out, right? I'm implementing it more in the future when it's not good trading. You know what I mean? When you're getting signs that it's not good, but you continuously do it, right? And we try to blame the market for us being unprofitable, or outside things for us being unprofitable, right? So this is one mistake that I always made, was taking this and not just letting this go, right? Just accepting that I don't have to be a part of this move, right? Let me just stick to my plan. All right, and it's okay if I miss this. You know what I mean? So there's really nothing for me to do today. Unless this ends up running down all the way to London and coming down into this area for my buys. There's nothing really for me to do because I'm not buying inside of this internal range liquidity, right? This could potentially go up above here and use this as an inversion to continue higher. But this is not a optimal area that I want to buy in, and it's not a optimal day. It's not a high probable day for me to be trying to make money in, right? Especially when I'm already down a trade, you know. So it's not much for me to do today. I guess that's it. I mean, that's it. It's really nothing for me to do. If you guys enjoyed this video, smash the like button for me. It'll help me out a lot. Help out a YouTube algorithm. Subscribe if you haven't yet. If you want to see more of these videos and you're new to the channel, subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Watch the journey. And I hope you guys stay disciplined. I hope you guys have a great day. Have a great week. I'll see you guys most likely on Thursday. I'll try to post a video on Thursday because most likely I'm not going to trade tomorrow because of CPI. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.